Hello friends, welcome to English for Competitive Exams. Today let's learn how to prepare chicken dum biryani. Yes, you heard it right. We are preparing chicken dum biryani today, but while preparing we are also going to revise all the tenses that we have learned till now. Stay tuned. Okay? So for preparing chicken dum biryani, and I am doing it in this earthen pot. In Telugu we call it kunda, when we call it kunda biryani. So let's learn how to prepare kunda biryani or earthen pot biryani. So let's look at all the ingredients that are required for preparing this chicken dum biryani, right? So we have taken this earthen pot, and I have taken 750 grams of chicken, and I am adding it into this. Right? So this is 750 grams of chicken which I am adding it to this earthen pot, and to this we need to add a few things. So let's begin with coriander powder. So let's add some coriander powder. So I'm adding 2 spoons, the small spoons, and I'm adding a little bit more. Let's also add some cumin powder. Remember, whenever we add coriander powder, you add almost half of cumin powder, not more than that. Just around half of cumin powder. And let's add some red chili powder, equivalent to coriander powder or a bit more. So I'm adding a little bit more of red chili powder. And then you have ginger garlic paste. Ginger garlic paste is something which is must for almost all non-vegetarian ingredients, non-vegetarian recipes. I'm adding ginger garlic paste. Right. Now, most important ingredient for a chicken dum biryani or any biryani is biryani masala. It is a homemade biryani masala prepared by my mom. I'm adding this as well. You can see how much I'm adding it. I always prefer to add a bit less. You can always check the taste later. So what else you want to add? So let's add salt. Salt is most important. Without salt, you won't feel any taste. So 1 spoon and another half spoon. We will check the taste. If it is not sufficient, we will add it again. So salt is done. And then we will add some curd, fresh yogurt. So after curd, what else is left? So we can squeeze in some lime juice. Freshly cut lime. I am squeezing it. Almost a full lemon. So then we have coriander, fresh coriander. I'm adding half of it. Whatever I'm having now, I'm adding half of it to this. And then we have mint, which gives you that flavor. Adding half of mint as well. And some fried onions. So again I have a few, I'm adding half of it to it. Right? So now there is no other way, I need to use my hand, mix it thoroughly. Okay, while mixing, I just want to tell you my history with chicken biryani or chicken dum biryani. So my mom had been cooking chicken biryani which was a Desi version or Andhra version of it called Palau all through 90s and early part of 2000s till 2010 you can say. So the Palau had been a favorite recipe for all of us, and she had been cooking it for almost 20-30 years all throughout my childhood. Before we got introduced to this particular chicken dum biryani in around 2010, exactly at the same time when I got married. And since then, I have been cooking this, so you can trust me on this recipe. Did you feel some sarcasm in it? Don't take my wife wrong. I am cooking it out of passion, not out of compulsion. I feel a little bit more yogurt would be good. I am adding a little bit more yogurt. Because when you have a bit more yogurt, you will have that juiciness. It makes chicken even more tender and you will have enough gravy to mix with your rice. Now I have added almost everything. So we need to keep this marinated for at least 2 hours. Ideally, what I would do, I generally bring chicken and the previous night itself and keep it in the refrigerator whole night. Since we are short of time now, so we'll keep it in refrigerator for 2 hours. So I am keeping it in the refrigerator. Okay, so since it is dum biryani, which rice are we going to use? We use basmati rice, and I am using India Gate basmati rice. So what we should do? We should keep it soaked for some while. If you keep it soaked for a while, all the grains will straighten up. That will look good when you eat. So I have soaked it. So let me wash my hand. So chicken dum biryani is the simplest recipe and it is my favorite recipe. I love chicken dum biryani. Simple present tense. Okay, English teachers always brings tenses and language into whatever he does. Right? So I love chicken biryani and it had been our favorite for almost 30 years, 20-30 years, and my mom had been cooking it for almost 20 years in the earlier version, which was pulao, and in 2010 we got introduced to this particular chicken dum biryani, which is typical of Hyderabadi cuisine, right? And when you do it in an earthen pot, the taste will be even better, right? So while talking about chicken dum biryani, whenever I think of dum biryani, I always get reminded of one incident which happened 4 years back when we were in Anantapur. So Anantapur, what happened? So I used to work in, I was working in Oracle at that point, and I used to visit my wife who was in Anantapur over the weekends. On one particular weekend, I happened to visit there, and every Sunday I always have this habit of doing it. So on that particular day, again I started preparing chicken biryani, and my wife was in hospital. Don't worry, she's a doctor, so she went for work, and I was at home and I was preparing it. So while I was preparing chicken biryani, our maid came in, and she felt the aroma because the biryani was almost at the end. So she felt the aroma and I was preparing it. So after a while, my wife also came in. When my wife came in, maid straight away went to my wife and told, "Ma'am, you are lucky. Ma'am, you are lucky that the aroma of your husband's biryani, it reached the ground floor as well. So I could feel it from the ground floor itself. We were in second floor, and she was saying I could feel it from the ground floor itself. So that was the biggest compliment. So she couldn't say it directly to me, and she told the same thing to my wife. And you should see her smile. So you will have that genuine smile on her lips, right? You won't miss those kind of moments in life. Yeah. So we have marinated chicken for almost 2 hours now. You want to see how it looks? So this is how it looks. I haven't added any artificial color. It's all the natural things which I've added. I forgot to tell you, so I forgot to add little bit of oil. So I've added it later on. So oil is also part of the marination. Now we need to prepare the basmati rice. Right? So we have already soaked it for more than an hour. And I've taken some water, and in that water I am adding this basmati rice. Before adding basmati rice, we need to bring this water to a boil. So we are boiling the water now. So while boiling, it's good to add some spices, some assorted spices, bay leaf and different spices which I'm adding. So what it does, it adds that flavor to the water. And when we cook that basmati rice in this water, that flavor gets into the basmati rice. That's the objective here. So we need to wait. I think it will take around 10 minutes time. So by then it will get cooked, and we will also it get boiled, and we will add rice also into it. And we need to cook rice for at least for around 50 to 60% cooked. We don't need to cook it till 100%. It has to be cooked till 50 to 60%, and then we add that rice into this marinated chicken and seal this and cook it on a slow flame for almost 20 minutes, and that will complete the procedure. Got it? So let's wait for a few minutes. By then I think the water will come to a boil. Welcome back. So you could see the flames coming in. Water has come to a boil now. So I'm adding some salt to it. You have to add salt based on the amount of water which is there. And let's add some oil also. I'm adding some oil also to this water. So you might be wondering why I am adding oil. We add oil because it will help the rice grains to stay separate. They will not stick to each other. So I'm adding the rice also now. So we need to be extremely careful from this moment, because we need to take out the rice when it is 50 to 60% cooked. We should not wait till it is 100% cooked. So I have added all the rice. So let's wait till it is 50 to 60% cooked. I added salt, I added oil, I added different kinds of spices. So once it is 50% cooked, it will have all the spices, the flavor of all the spices and salt and all that into it. And since we have added oil also, it will help the grains to remain separated. Let's wait for a few more minutes. So we started this around 11 o'clock, around 10:30 you can say. I guess it's at 10:30. Now it's 1:15. It's been 2 hours and 45 minutes till now. We will have completed this procedure by 2 p.m. By 2 p.m. we will have easily completed this procedure, and by 1:30 we will have been doing it for 3 hours. Wondering what I am doing now? I am covering 2 more tenses for you. One is future perfect and future perfect continuous. We will have completed this procedure by 2 p.m. We will have been doing this procedure by for more than 3 hours, for around 3 hours by 1:30, because we started at 10:30. Action which started at 10:30 and it runs into future and still continues to be ongoing by 1:30. So that's future perfect continuous, and by 2 p.m. this procedure will be over. We will have completed this procedure and biryani will be ready. That is future perfect. Is used when at a particular time in future a certain action is already over, completed, right? So let's see how the rice is. We need to wait. So over the last few years, cooking has been my single most or topmost stress buster, and I love cooking. We need to allow it to cook for another 5 minutes, maximum 5 minutes, not more than that. It should be ready by then because the water is already hot and boiling. Have you seen this? So this is the lid to cover this earthen pot where we have marinated chicken, and I put all this chapati dough to seal it. There is no air which will flow out of it. So that's how you need to seal it. I've already kept it ready to save time. And I have also got this coriander, mint and few leftover fried onions. We need to add them on top of the rice. You will see that anyways. It's more than 5 minutes now. I think we can. The rice is already half cooked. You want to see how it looks like? Yes. And how do you know whether it is half cooked? You take a grain and cut it with your fingers, with your fingernails. It should cut exactly into half in a very easy manner. That means it's already 50% cooked. You take this and pour it straight away onto our marinated chicken, which is already in the earthen pot. Just pour it straight into it. Okay, so once you pour everything, just do this once so that it spreads in an even manner. And then add mint, few mint leaves. I like mint. Few coriander leaves and this one, fried onions. So add all of this. Now let's seal this. Let's seal this with. Yes. Now we have sealed it. Where is this? Yes, it's here. I'm switching it to this flame. So initially keep it on a high flame for around 5 minutes. Around 2 to 5 minutes, not more than that. Around 2 to 5 minutes. And then after that you can put it in sim. So and keep it for around 20 minutes. Your biryani should be ready. It's 1:20 now. Let's wait for 5 minutes. Keep it in slow flame. In another 20 to 30 minutes, by around 2 o'clock, we will have completed this biryani. And my wife is expected to come by 3 p.m. You know, we won't wait till then. By then, at 3 p.m. when she comes home, we will be feasting on it. The only tense which was left over, which is left, what is that? Future continuous. I've used it now. At 3 p.m. when my wife comes home, we will be feasting on it. Got it? Very simple. Very simple. You just need to know how to use which tense in which situation. Right? We've used all the tenses, right? I just revised it for you. I started by saying I love chicken biryani. I'm saying it as a matter of fact. Simple present. I said my mom had been cooking a different version of biryani called pulao for almost 20 to 30 years. Which is past perfect continuous. Before we got introduced to chicken dum biryani in 2010. Simple past. Right? And since 2010, I have been cooking this particular recipe for almost 8 years now. Present perfect continuous. An action which started in 2010, it is still continuous. It's a continuous action. Present perfect continuous. I also spoke about one incident in Anantapur, wherein I was preparing chicken biryani and my maid came in and felt the aroma. I was preparing, it's past continuous, maid came in and felt the aroma, simple past. That is also covered. And we have used present perfect umpteen number of times, because for everything I said I have added salt, I have added sugar, not sugar, the other stuff, coriander powder, cumin powder, mint, coriander, I have added this, I have done this, and now we have almost completed this biryani procedure. We just need to wait for it to cook inside, and by 2 p.m. we will have completed it. In another 5 minutes we will have been doing this procedure for 3 hours. At 3 p.m. when my wife comes home, we will be feasting on it. Got it? Except for past perfect, I have used all tenses. Now only thing that is left pending is the biryani. Okay, now it's almost 3 minutes. I am reducing the flame. So we will keep it for another 20 to 30 minutes like this. By then, how do you know that the biryani is over? Generally, the biggest signal, the most important signal that tells you biryani is over is the aroma. In next half an hour, in another 20 to 30 minutes, you will feel the aroma. The aroma will come, it spread across the home, and you will feel it. When you feel the aroma, I think you should know that it's time, it's already over. Otherwise, wait for 30 minutes and switch off the flame. Yeah, it's almost half an hour now. I think we can. I have already smelled the aroma. I'm sure it's already over. So let's just check it. Let's remove the lid. We need to remove the seal. Yes, I have removed the lid. A bit of this chapati dough has come in contact with rice. I'm just removing it now. Right, it's done. So I don't need to worry about this particular recipe, because I had tried almost 3 different versions before I finally decided on this particular version. So I don't need to worry at all on this. I'm 100% sure this will come perfect. I'm just mixing it. Because you have all the chicken at the bottom and rice at the top, so when you mix it, it gets evenly spread. Now it's perfect. You want to take a look? You don't see all those colors which people in the restaurants add. I have not added any colors. It's all natural and delicious. I just can't wait to have a spoon in my mouth. Okay? Chalo, bye. I have covered past perfect also just now. Have you observed it? I told you I had tried 3 different versions of biryani before I finally decided on this version. Past perfect. Okay? Bye bye.